Welcome back, Nerdy Bunch. Today I'm here to show off 10 comics in my collection that are signed. I was tagged by SVaughn82. You guys know SVaughn82. He's part of the Monday night lineup alongside me and Roscoe. You have Izzyverse, you have SVaughn, of course, I mentioned him. You have Cup of Comics, you have 22 Comics, and you have Carlos Collects Comics. Great lineup of people. Definitely check that out every Monday. But he tagged me in showing off 10 comics in my collection that are signed. I'm a little late with this. I do apologize, Scotty. But without further ado, let's see what I brought.
I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd, man. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd, man.
Alright guys, welcome back. Like I said, I'm showing off 10 signed comics in my collection. I kind of cheated a little bit. You will see that near the end. But I'm going to kick it off with something I won from, I want to say Rob's Fat Stax, but technically it was C3, but shout out Rob's Fat Stax because he puts the work in for C3, so shout out to him. It's something I won for the second year of C3, the year that he really took over, him and DJ LINX and Legion of Comics. They took over the C3 event from Cardboard Crazies. And if you donated enough money, you got into a wheel where you could win a big prize. And this was the big prize. This is Civil War #1, signed by Neil Adams. This is fantastic. I don't have anything signed by Neil Adams, so to have something signed by him is just awesome to have. So fantastic cover, love it, absolutely love it. Thought I'd start off with a big comic. This is definitely a big comic in my opinion. All right, next up we got, it's technically not an actual comic signed by the comic artists or creators, writers. This is actually signed custom cover. It was a blank cover. It was drawn on it by Norrin Rad. That's Aaron. Uh, Fantastic artist, guys. Fantastic artist. Always sends in artwork for Between the Lines and is just randomly posting artwork on his IG. Definitely go check him out. What he did with this cover, before I even show it, is he changed it around because this blank cover, there was no blank covers of this from the new 52. So what he did was he took an Aquaman cover, blank Aquaman cover, changed around the words, and made this cover, and I couldn't be happier about it. It's posted on my IG, but I had to show this. I had to bring it to my 10 signed comics in my collection. So here is Animal Man. Look at that. Like I said, he is a fantastic artist. And I couldn't be happier with this. I didn't ask for this. I didn't say, "Hey, could you do this for me?" He just done it out of the kindness of his heart, and I do appreciate that, Norrin Rad. As you guys can see, signature right there. So kind of counts. Kind of counts. I know I'm in the gray area of the rules, but I'm still bringing it. Still wanted to bring it. Still wanted to show it off. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. All right, next up, I got a comic here. It's not signed by the writer or artist of the comic, kind of like that one, but it's an actual comic book, and it's signed by the creator of this character. And this was sent to me by Retro Rocket Comics. That's my comic shop. Chris and Kelly are always looking after their customers. The Comic Vet and John Malo are both customers over at Retro Rocket Comics, and I haven't found a better comic shop. They threw this into my box. I get a monthly box from them, and they threw this in there. Like I said, it's not done by the writer or artist of this particular comic, but it's signed by the creator of this character. This is Captain Canuck #1, signed by Richard Conley. So, like I said, fantastic comic. Had to throw this in there. I don't own that many signed comics. Sorry for the noise if you guys can hear that. I'm trying to do this late enough, but I guess somebody wants to go out at midnight and start waking people up. But this is signed by Richard Comley. Fantastic cover, and thrown in here for free. Like, I got this for free from Retro Rocket Comics, Chris and Kelly. Shout out Retro Rocket Comics. Comics. I can never say enough good things about Retro Rocket Comics. I've been with them, I don't know, almost, I'd say a little under a year. I've been getting my monthly comics from them, and I'm never gonna go back. I'm always gonna continue with Retro Rocket Comics because I hit Chris up, talked to Chris. He's part of this community as well. So I guess this is me showing off signed comics and also shouting out community members. So I guess to each their own. But Captain Canuck #1. All right, so I'm gonna shout out Retro Rocket Comics again because this comic here is another one that they threw in. The story behind it is they threw this in here because I know I love this series. They know I love this series, but also it was an artist that was at Fan Expo Toronto, which I was supposed to go to last summer, but I had to cancel. Unfortunately, hopefully I can make it next summer, meet Drac and all the people. But this artist was at Fan Expo, and like I said, I was unable to go there. Probably would have got this signed by her as well. So this is Stargirl The Lost Children, issue #5, signed by Sweeney Boo. I like how Sweeney Boo signs it. It's just simple. Just a simple signature, SB and a heart. Little buck teeth though, if you look at it though. But Sweeney Boo, I like the art. Love the art on this. Sweeney Boo's a hit or miss, but she really killed it on this cover. And like I said, this is sent by Retro Rocket Comics, Chris and Kelly again. Just shouting those guys out. Couldn't be happier to have this. If you guys have not read this, this would have to be my top read of 2023. There's 2 issues that came out in 2022, but the rest of the series came out in 2023. So I'm considering this 2023 release, and this has to be my favorite read of 2023. All right, everyone. This one's really cool for the simple fact that it was sent to me. Shout out another community member. Like, I can't say nothing but great things about this comic community. This comic community has brought me up, made me feel better about myself, brought me joy. I have people I can talk to about certain things, whether it be personal, whether it be all nerdy things, whether it be like pop culture in general. And I gotta say, I've made some great friends throughout this community. People that will, like, I can call up whenever I want, and they'll have it here. And the same for most people in this community. I truly appreciate every single one of you guys. This one was sent to me by the very first guest I had on Chatting with the Comic Community. The very first episode, which I will be getting back to chatting with the comic community in the near future. But this was sent to me by a great guy. I'm a huge fan of this character due to the fact that I remember in the grocery store checking out this character, always loving the art inside of this book, always loving the character and that the design of the character. Never really read it because I didn't really have time. It would be just a quick little flip through the pages as we're in the checkout with my mom as a kid. But this is Shadowhawk issue #2, signed by Jim Valentino. You guys know Jim Valentino. He revolutionized Guardians of the Galaxy. Actually brought it up from it making like bottom of the barrel sales to making actual money. So shout out to Jim Valentino. Love Jim Valentino's art. Love Shadowhawk. Like I said, this was sent to me by Bobby Ghetto. Bobby. And you can see he also sent me that too. That was made by Bobby. So shout out to Bobby. This is like one. He also sent me another comic. I didn't add it to this list, but it was Brat Pack issue #1. It was signed as well, but I had to bring this one from Bobby. Like I said, this is more about shouting out the community than anything else. But thank you, Bobby Ghetto, for giving me my first signed comic book. All right, this next one comes from another community member that I'm very fond of, but not in a sexual way. Very fond of him because he is one of my best friends in this comic community. Do a show with him. You guys might have heard it, Between the Lines. This comes from Geek Out with Roscoe. I do love this character. I actually just recently got the first appearance of this character thanks to Batmite. Shout out Batmite Doreen. This is also written by one of my favorite writers, one of my current favorite writers. I love a lot of work that he does. But this is City of Bane, Batman 75, signed. Signed. Can you see that? You see that? Signed by Tom King. And if you can see, pretty much one of the only comics in this list that I actually have the certificate of authenticity from Midtown Comics. But I absolutely love this cover. Definitely looks like it's a Matina cover. But signed by Tom King. Absolutely love Tom King. Love what he's doing. Danger Street is one of my favorites. If you guys are not reading Wonder Woman, by God, is he ever doing a fantastic job on Wonder Woman. But this was sent to me by Geek Out with Roscoe. Little Vengeance of Bane, or should say City of Bane. Vengeance of Bane with his first appearance. But thank you so much, Roscoe, for sending me this Tom King goodness. This is something I purchased because Bearded Comic Bro. I'm still shouting out people, name dropping people as I, even though they didn't send me this. But shout out to Bearded Comic Bro who got me into wanting to collect / read the Amalgam comics. So I was picking up a few back issues from a shop that I could, and I came across this one cheap enough. It wasn't very much money, and that I was able to grab it for a good deal. This is Super Soldier, Man of War #1, signed by Mark Waid. If you guys can see that, Mark Waid right there. See, I think it's like it sold for cheap because mostly likely can't verify this. Like you can look at like other signatures and say like, oh yeah, he did sign that, but who's to say somebody didn't sign it themselves and that and are good at signatures. Doesn't have a certificate of authenticity, but I do believe that this is Mark Waid's signature, just like how it's everybody else's signature on those comics that I didn't have authenticity, certificate of authenticity on. But absolutely love this. Definitely a big yellow cover. Yellow cover for sure. If you guys actually saw this in one of my other recent videos, but shout out to Bearded Comic Bro. He didn't send me this. I got it myself, but he got me into the Amalgam. Didn't know what Amalgam was till Bearded Comic came around, and he was just like, let's talk about these Amalgam comics. So shout out to Bearded Comic Bro. Go check out his Amalgam videos. So this one, before Scotty was part of the Monday night lineup, before he was doing Comic Book Addicts, he was doing a lot of stuff on IG, and he was doing a giveaway. I just so happened to win. I won a shirt, and I won this off of him. And this, let me tell you, this is probably, I think this came out in 2021. This would have to be one of my favorite reads from 2021. It was just luck that it was meant to be, because like I absolutely love this comic. It doesn't get talked about enough. And it was coming out around the same time Loki was, maybe a little bit after, like Loki season 1. And it has a lot of the same kind of aspect in it. And this is Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal #1, signed by Gareth Ennis. That's right, guys. Gareth Ennis, the guy who brought you The Boys. And this is also has a certificate of authenticity by Midtown Comics. Fantastic. Love it. So if you guys have not read Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, I do urge you guys to go check it out. It's only 6 issues. Definitely worth the read. AWA Upshot. Fantastic read. Where I'm definitely going to cheat a little bit. Because this isn't technically a comic book. That's right, guys. This isn't a comic book. This is a trade paperback of Terra. But it doesn't have just one signature in it. It has 2 signatures in it. That's right. You got Scott Snyder and Tony S. Daniels signatures right there inside of Terra Volume 1. Great read, guys. Great read. Check it out if you guys have not checked it out. I had to add this because it's double signed, and I absolutely love having something signed by Scott Snyder. Only thing I have signed by Scott Snyder. So, absolutely love that I have this, and I had to show it off, guys. I know. Comic Journey's probably complaining right now, saying that's not a comic book. It's not a signed comic. That's not part of the rules. Like I said at the beginning, I'm going in the gray area of the rules here and showing this off. All right, everybody, the last one in my collection of signed comics. I have more signed comics, but these are the ones that I brought. I want to thank everybody who has been watching this video all the way through. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Also, shout out to SVaughn82. The link to his channel and Instagram is down below. Definitely go give him a subscribe, go give him a follow, and go check out his video of his 10 signed comics in his collection. But this next one I'm going to show off is signed Slab. That's right, my only yellow label Slab that I have in my collection, and it's another sketch cover. It's another sketch cover done by an amazing community artist. This is Something Is Killing the Children, issue number 11. That's right, guys. Done by Austin freaking Lemme. Austin over Peach, guys. Austin over Peach. I actually won this from the Legion loot giveaway. And that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring that bell for notification. I wish I didn't have to say it, but sometimes you do. Sometimes you just have to say that stuff to remind people. Because I know myself would be like, oh, shoot, yeah, I gotta hit that like button. It does help with the channel. It does help with getting these videos in the algorithm. Also, shout out to Scotty Vaughn, SVaughn82, part of the Monday Night Lineup. Hit up Scotty Vaughn on Instagram, on YouTube. And that being said, guys, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, evening, night, wherever you are in this amazing world, whether you be in Canada, the UK, Alaska, Ireland, the US. If you're a mole man, shout out to you as well. That being said, guys, stay freaking nerdy.